Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to share with you a tool that I use to color code all the keywords in my readings. So let's say we have a reading that's presented in a Word doc or a PDF. If it's a PDF, we can search online for different tools that can help you convert them into Word. So in this case, I have a sample Word doc over here, and I've saved this in the downloads folder just for convenience. I have a text file here called RGB green, and this is a very simple text file that is just going to list out all the keywords that I want to be colored in green. So sometimes our readings are going to have a glossary. So if you think the glossary is going to be more useful, you can definitely leverage that glossary and just put that list over here. As an example, I've listed two words that I want to demonstrate. For those that want to see use a grayscale instead of the color green, I'll always cover that later. But for now, we'll just stick to this. So we'll go back to our reading, and in order to add in the code, we're gonna hit Alt F11. So if you hit Alt F11, you will see this window. This is the window where we'll put in our code, VBA code. You will want to make sure that you can see your Project Explorer. So that is under View, Project Explorer. So I have it over here on the left. And what you're going to do is go ahead and right click on the modules and click Insert Module. So that's going to give you a completely new blank module. So I've already done that here in module 1, and what you need to do is just copy and paste the code that I list in the descriptions, and then just put them here. So there will be two codes. One is this one, and then the other one is this one. So just make sure you have both of them in this module. What you'll want to do is go to this part of the code where it says glossary folder. Just for simplicity, I've listed a generic downloads folder, but what you'll want to do is update this path to the path of where your text files are stored. Notice that I did not put an ending backslash, so you don't need the ending backslash. So now we can go ahead and close this window. You will then want to save this file as a docm file. So it's a macro-enabled document. I've already done it, so just go ahead and do that for your reading. I'm going to delete this. Once you have saved your file, you may be interested in copying and pasting your file so that you have a backup copy just in case anything goes wrong. Now we're ready to run the VBA code. There are two ways to do this. You can choose whichever is easier for you. One is to hit Alt F8. That will bring up this window. And if you see your VBA code highlighted over here, you can go ahead and click Run. The other way is to bring up the editor again by hitting Alt F11 on your keyboard. And then just click anywhere in the code and then hit the Run button. So I'm gonna, just to quickly summarize, F8. I'm gonna go ahead and use the first method and click Run. So once this message box pops up, it means everything ran well. And you'll see that all the words that appeared in your list in your text file have been highlighted green. Now I'll show you how to add additional colors if you need. So oftentimes I find this to be useful because I'll have different colors for different themes of what they represent. So if we go back to the folder that contains your text file, you can make another text file code, whichever you would like. But for simplicity, I've named it RGB red over here. Now, currently this file is empty, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just type 2 words that I want to be appearing as red in my reading. I'm gonna save, and then go back to my reading. I'm going to hit Alt F11 again. So this will bring up my editor, and I'll go to this part of the code where it says, I've commented here, number of glossaries. So if you have two glossaries of keywords that you want to be in colors, you want to make sure that whatever that number is, you have it set to this part. So I have 2 text files now, and so that's why this is 2. If you want to add additional colors and additional text files, 3, 4, whatever, just edit that accordingly. I have a second text file called RGB red, and so I want to make sure that I extend this structure over here to have a second case. So if you have a third one, you can just go ahead and type maybe 3 and then, similar structure. For now, we'll just keep it like this. Now I want to briefly describe the previous point about how you can change your color. So if you don't like colors and you want these to be in grayscale, we have the RGB structure over here. So it's going to be 3 numbers that help you represent a color. And the quickest way for you to do that is to just go to any word, go to the color palette for this window. And then you'll see that they have the red, green, and blue over here. And then, so if you just pick your color and then see what the 3 numbers are and copy those numbers back to your code. Now that we have this structure ready, let's go ahead and close this window. And then we'll hit Alt F8 again to run our VBA code. Okay, so we have this word changed to red because it appeared in our in this text file over here. And the other word has not been changed, and I'll explain why that is later. Before I go into the optional features, I want to quickly share some of my experience with this tool, and then I'll demo some customizations. So firstly, I think this tool is actually very, very useful for bidirectional words, increase, decrease, those sorts of things. And another tidbit is you don't necessarily want to have too many glossaries, because otherwise it's going to look very complex. Your reading is going to be kind of way too colorful, and it might be hard to read. And this tool is actually very, very helpful as a complement to text-to-speech. So there are a lot of tools nowadays, including Word, that will read out the text of your reading. And this is just a complementary tool that helps you highlight the keywords that you might need for your exams or your research or anything else. Now I want to demonstrate some optional additional features. So let's go ahead and hit Alt F11 to go back to our code. We'll go to this part of the code where it says change keyword color, you'll see that over here we have match whole word equals true. So that is why the word quick did not become red, or quickly did not become red. So for demonstration purposes, we can go ahead and change that to false. So that's the first feature. The second feature is we can make our keywords bold in this case. So if you want to use that feature, just go ahead and delete the quotation marks. The third feature is we can underline our keywords. So I'll go ahead and delete those as well. The last feature, optional feature, is that we can highlight our keywords. So to demonstrate this, I'll also delete those two. So we'll close this window, go back to our reading, and then hit Alt F8 and hit Run. There we go. So that's the end result. I know the colors look kind of different on my screen, and that's because I have my visual settings set differently. But on yours, if you have a white base for your Word doc, it should look normally based on whatever colors you chose. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope this tool helps you. Just go through tons of readings, and then good luck on your studying.